You know that old saying, right? There's no such thing as a free lunch.
Mm-hmm. Everyone knows it.
It's like this bit of common sense we all just sort of nod along to.
Mm.
But what if a source didn't just agree with it, but actually like threw down a challenge right at our idea of free?
Okay, intriguing.
So today we're deep diving into some excerpts from a piece called "The Cost of the Free Lunch." And it doesn't mess around. The very first line, it just says it straight out. Despise the free lunch.
Despise. Wait.
Yeah, despise is a really strong word, kind of aggressive even, for something that, let's be honest, most of us are looking for, right?
Definitely. A free lunch sounds pretty good.
Exactly. So our mission today, our deep dive, is really to unpack that command. Why on earth would we be told to despise something that sounds, well, so appealing? And what's the source really getting at with its main point? Nothing is truly free. There's always a price, because it feels like it's pointing to something, deeper than just dollars and cents.
Yeah, and that's what's so interesting here. It forces you to peel back those layers of assumption we all have.
Right.
It's not just about spotting, say, a hidden fee on a bill.
Yeah.
It's more fundamental. It challenges how we think about value itself, about exchange, about, well, even our own independence in a world throwing free stuff at us constantly. It's basically asking us to be smarter, to look past the shiny surface.
I like that framing, peel back layers of assumption. Because, yeah, despise hits you as really negative at first, almost cynical.
It does.
But you're saying it's not about, like, hating a free sandwich you get handed.
Yeah.
So what is the real spirit behind using such a, provocative word? Why despise specifically?
Exactly. It's not about being negative. It's more about rejecting the illusion. To despise the free lunch, and the way this source means it, is to fundamentally refuse to buy into the idea that anything valuable can just appear without some kind of cost, some kind of exchange happening somewhere, even if it's totally hidden. It's really a philosophical stand. It makes us see this whole web of value, how everything connects. It's about knowing that everything comes from somewhere. There's always a give and take, even if you don't see it right away.
Right.
And maybe the biggest takeaway, the real aha moment the source gives us is this. If you're not paying money for something, then you are probably the product.
Ooh, okay. That hits hard.
Yeah, it instantly reframes every single free offer you come across.
If you're not paying, you're the product. Wow, that really
Yeah.
sticks with you. It puts a whole new spin on things.
Mm-hmm.
And it leads right into that other big statement from the source. Nothing is truly free. There's always a price. So, okay, when it says price, it clearly can't always mean money then.
Mm-hmm.
What are these other costs?
What are them?
The invisible ones we tend to just miss. Can you give us the greatest hits of hidden prices?
Absolutely. And you're right. If nothing is truly free, then prices got to be broader than just cash. And this is where you see the real depth here. These costs, they often take forms that are super easy to miss because, well, they're not on a price tag.
Makes sense.
So let's start with one called opportunity cost. This is often the first one people grasp once they start looking.
Okay.
It's simply the value of the next best thing you gave up when you chose the free option. Like maybe you spend all Saturday afternoon queuing for a free concert ticket or some free giveaway.
Uh-huh.
The opportunity cost isn't $0. It might be the money you could have earned doing a quick freelance job, or the time you could have spent with your kids, or even just, relaxing, recharging your batteries. You gave something up to get that free thing.
Gotcha. So it's not just about what you got. It's also about what you lost by choosing the free path, like that free online course that takes up your whole weekend.
Exactly.
And then you realize, shoot, I could have used that time to learn something directly for my job or just like decompressed.
Precisely.
Right.
And that ties right into the next one. Hidden costs. These are things like the time, the effort, the resources, even just your attention that you have to spend to get or use or even just maintain the free thing.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that free printer you got a deal on.
Oh, yeah.
And then the ink cartridges cost a fortune, and they're the only ones that fit. Or a free software program that takes you hours to figure out or fix or just make it do what you need it to do.
Right.
The initial cost is $0, but the ongoing investment, that's real.
The classic printer ink trap.
Yeah.
We've all fallen for that one, haven't we?
Pretty much.
Okay, so opportunity cost, hidden costs.
Oh.
What else are we missing out on?
Well, another really common one is future obligations or dependencies. This is a big one.
Okay.
Lots of free offers are actually designed very strategically to create a need or build loyalty or basically lock you into their system, their ecosystem.
Uh-huh.
So a free sample gets you hooked, makes you want the full price version later, or maybe a free cloud storage service gets so tangled up in how you work that switching away, even to a paid one you prefer, becomes a massive headache. So you're kind of stuck. That's the whole idea behind a lot of freemium models, right? The free version pulls you in.
And then the hassle of leaving makes paying seem easier.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The friction of leaving pushes you towards the paid upgrade. It feels almost inevitable.
So it's less about today's cost and more about
Mm-hmm.
shaping your future behavior,
Yeah.
nudging you towards their paid stuff later on. That's subtle, sneaky almost.
It can be very subtle, but yeah, powerful. And then there's compromise or influence. This one's huge, especially now, in the digital world.
Right. Data and all that.
Precisely. When something online is free, you are very, very often paying with your data, your preferences, or just your eyeballs on their ads.
Mm.
Think about free social media. They don't charge you a subscription, right? But they gather incredible amounts of info about you, what you do, what you like, who you know.
Yeah, it's kind of scary when you think about it.
And that data. It's used to show you targeted ads, maybe nudge your opinions, or it's sold or used in ways you don't even see. Your attention, your clicks, your likes, that's the currency you're paying with.
Our attention is currency. That really makes you want to actually read those terms and conditions before clicking agree, doesn't it?
Definitely show.
Okay, is there one more major hidden cost?
Yeah, the last big one I'd highlight is the potential for loss of autonomy. Sometimes taking that free thing means you're subtly giving up some control, some freedom.
How so?
Well, it could be agreeing to really restrictive terms of service for a free app, rules about how you can use it, or even what rights you have over your own content you put there.
How cool.
Or maybe letting the free smart speaker listen in on your home life, collecting data about your habits. You're essentially trading a little bit of your personal space, your sovereignty, for the convenience it offers.
Right. Convenience versus control.
Exactly. So if you pull all these hitting prices together, you see the bigger picture. Understanding these things, these nuances, it just makes you so much better equipped to make smart choices.
Yeah.
It lets you actually evaluate those tempting free claims critically. Because ignoring these costs, that can lead to, unexpected problems down the road, regrets, or just feeling like you're always chasing something that doesn't quite pay off.
That's incredibly helpful.
Yeah.
Seriously illuminating. So we've broken down what these hidden costs are, but now the really practical bit. How do you listening start actually sharpening our senses? How do we spot these things when an offer looks free? Is there like a mental checklist? A new way to think?
Yeah, this is the crucial part, right? Putting it into practice. It's really about building a new habit of asking questions,
Yeah.
of being skeptical in a healthy way. The main mindset shift is always assume there's a catch and then actively try to figure out what it is.
Okay, assume the catch exists, then hunt for it.
Exactly. So when you see something marked free, don't just jump on it. Pause. Take a breath. And then kind of put on your detective hat. Ask yourself a few things.
Like what?
First, who's the real customer here? If it's not obvious that you are the one paying, even indirectly, then chances are you are the product, or your attention is, or your future actions are.
Okay, that's question one.
Second, what is the provider actually gaining from this? Think beyond just making you happy. What's their long game? Are they trying to grab market share, collect data for ads, get you hooked for an upsell later, build loyalty they can cash in on somehow?
Right, what's their angle?
Third, what am I giving up, even if it's not money? This is where you mentally tick through those costs we talked about. Am I giving up my time? Opportunity cost. Will this require effort later? Hidden costs. Does it lock me in? Future obligation. Am I trading my data or attention? Compromise influence. Am I giving up some control? Loss of autonomy.
Really got to inventory the non-monetary stuff.
Definitely. And maybe a fourth quick check. How hard would it be to stop using this or switch away later? If the exit cost seems high, that's often a red flag for a hidden dependency being built.
That's brilliant. It's not just like a random list of questions. It's a whole way of approaching these offers, a proactive stance.
Yeah.
So going back to the start, that instruction to despise the free lunch, it's not about being negative or cynical after all.
Not at all.
It's about cultivating this clear-eyed realism. a kind of sophistication about how value really works in the world. Understanding that exchange, that give and take, is always happening, even if the take isn't obvious money.
Exactly.
It's about feeling empowered,
Okay.
making choices based on the full picture of the cost, not just getting suckered in by that shiny free label.
You got it. It's about awareness leading to better choices.
Wow. Okay, what a genuinely perspective-shifting deep dive into the cost of the free lunch.
Yeah.
That source, it really makes you rethink that simple little word, free, and
Huh.
everything it implies. It feels like a really important shift, especially today.
It really is. And like we always try to emphasize, knowledge is great, but it's most valuable when you actually use it.
Right.
This critical viewpoint, it's not just interesting theory, it's a practical tool. A vital one, really, for getting through a world just packed with these tempting, apparently free offers. Understanding these subtle trades, using that mental checklist, it gives you back control. It
Yeah.
empowers you to protect your time, your money, your privacy, and yeah, your independence. It lets you step away from the illusion and see what's really valuable.
Absolutely. So here's the takeaway for you listening. Next time you bump into something that seems just too good to be true, totally free, just pause for a second.
Hmm.
Take that moment. And instead of just grabbing it, ask yourself, what's the unseen price that might actually be attached here? What cost am I paying, maybe without even realizing it, with my time, my data, my future options, my focus? And what might it feel like to consciously choose awareness instead of just accepting the illusion?